Hello everyone, this is my 500 subs video. Thank you all so much, and so I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Rather than playing a video game, I'd review a ship model. Actually no, I have a bunch. You'll see them all in a minute. So first up we have the Titanic. The company is Cobi, by the way. Super expensive, but really I think they're worth it. Anyway, not sponsored, But anyways, this is the Titanic. Pretty basic ship. I really do think that they should up their collection as far as these things go, as far as passenger ships go, because, like, this thing, here's my hand in comparison. It's massive. It's 1/300th scale. So, let's get that historical read off on the back, because they have that. RMS Titanic was a British passenger ship that sank in the North Atlantic Ocean on April 15, 1912. Yada yada yada. You can pause the video if you want to read it. But it is long enough and this ship is basic enough that I'm not really going to do anything like that. Like reading the whole thing off. So yeah, it's the Titanic. And moving on to up next on our ship tour, we have the Bismarck. My first model from the company, and, well, my first legit model. I had a Titanic before then, but it was a really terrible one. And this one is really old, actually. It's pretty old, actually. I don't remember quite when I got it. Exact date. These things have a couple more features. On Titanic, you can move the cranes around like this, whatnot. But on this one, you got main turrets move, guns move up and down. Same for the secondary guns. So let's take a look at the box. Read off on the thing. Once again, it's probably just going to be very big. Oh yeah, these ones don't really have write-offs. They just kind of have stats. 1940 to 1941, from Germany. It's a battleship. She has a displacement of 41,700 tons. She's 251 meters long in real life, of course, 36 meters in beam. She has 2 superheaters, 3 geared turbine propulsion things, and as well as boilers, a speed of 30 knots, a range of 887 nautical miles, an armament of that. And then she has that as her little aircraft carried right there. Once again, 1/300, so same scale as the Titanic. Oh, and the reason I said most famous battleship of all is because of the one we have next, which is the slightly bigger Yamato. And I couldn't quite stand the box up because the bottom is kind of dented weirdly. So it's got all the same features, but it does have some custom pieces as well, like these guys here. Can you move it up? Yes. And then you can't move these ones up or down, but you can move them side to side. So this is the Yamato, that should be straight. And then, yeah, the guns still work. Main battery, secondary battery. And at the front, you have the golden sign that says, hey, we're the Japanese Army, and we approve of this ship. So let's take a look at the statistics of the ship. This is the back. Some nice pictures. So, oh, and almost forgot to show that piece off. This is a no sticker ship, as well as that piece there. So she was in service from 1940 to 1945. The because it's dusty. As a matter of fact, I dusted the ships right before doing this video. Well, a couple hours ago, actually. So she was in service from 1940 to 1945. She was from Japan. She was a battleship with a displacement of 5,027 tons, 263 meters long, 38.9 meters in beam, 4 geared turbines with 12 boilers, and 150,000 horsepower, it looks like. She has a speed of 27 knots, a range of 7,200 nautical miles, and then a really decent armament. No planes listed, though, because she does have aircraft launchy thingies. But yeah, no, that is the IJN, Imperial Japanese Navy, Yamato. And up next, we have both the Iowa and Missouri. Those are the ships we have next. And, oh yeah, this is how I could tell the things were like aircraft launchy thingies on the Yamato. It's also got this neat little deck crane here. So yeah, once again, pretty basic model. Another special couple pieces. And lifeboats, like as we saw on the Titanic. And yeah, the past couple ships have all been 1/300s. I'll do a all comparison at once if I can fit them all on the table. Say for one of them, for good reason. And you'll notice that this has 2 names on it, the USS Iowa and the USS Missouri. And that clearly says USS Missouri. So I will really quickly show you why this is special. You see, got this bag of parts here. Come apart. It's really hard to do this with one hand. On, and excuse me for a moment. There we go. Oh yeah, and there are nameplates too. Focus. This is Iowa, but there's also one on the stern. It says Missouri. So we'll start with the most basic thing, which is the stand. You take this off. It says Missouri one. And put this on. Now it says USS Iowa. And then next, what you do is you kind of have to detach these for it. And I'll only do it on one side of the ship just to, because I plan on changing it back. I won't do the stern one since that one's pretty complicated, but I'll do all the major parts. Wait a sec, didn't those have... Okay, right, yeah. So now you got 61 instead of 63, so we have to take the funnels off real quick. Take out the little searchlights. And then we take the colored pieces on the funnel off. It's taking a minute. There we go, make it look like that. That has numbers on it. And we got this piece. And we had, okay, we had them like these pieces like this. Actually, wait, no, I'm doing that wrong. It's like I'm looking at the box for a constant reference. Might just cut this entire part out. Actually, no, I can't do that because I'm doing this on a phone. Then we got that. So let's put that back down normally, and then pull this stuff off. go in. This is a bit hard to do with, like I said, a bit hard to do with one hand, but I can handle it. Haha. Very funny joke. And we do that, and you pretty much got the Iowa there. So let's work on actually, and I said I wasn't going to, but let's work on this. So we want to take that off, take that out. That's the Missouri nameplate. And then we have, where's the name? Here. It says Iowa, it's in very small letters. Sorry if my camera is terrible. This is pretty old. Shows this, despite getting this not too long ago. Ah, yes, and we also need to switch out, so I need to take this out real quick. We need to switch that out, so 63, 61. And then I think that's how that goes on. So yeah, that's the Iowa done on this side. I personally think the Missouri looks better. And I'm not going to read the stats because that's 2 ships worth of stats to read, and this segment is already quite long. But yeah, moving on to the next ship. The next one we got is actually 1/100th scale instead of 1/300th scale, and it is Uboat 7. It's U-48. And as you can see, you know, you got your guns. This one's pretty special. You can aim it up and down, spin it around. Kind of hard. Turn that back out to sea. Got your little flag here, and these are actually stickers, so they're not all on, nor do they all look good. But one of my favorite things about this the submarine is the propellers. Let's look at those. Those are cool. So this one is a bit smaller than all the other ones, but yeah, that's the U-boat. And here we have all of the 1/300th scale ships put together to measure them in height and weight. Now, Bismarck is not very big compared to everything else. It's kind of small. Titanic is actually quite long compared to all these. Iowa / Missouri is the longest. Bismarck is the shortest. And if we get here, Titanic's actually a bit taller. Is that the stand? That might be the stand. I might want to remove those to compare height. But, yeah, let's remove the stand real quick. Actually, that's fine. So, yeah, as far as length and width goes, Titanic is long and thin. Yamato is short and fat. It's thick. The Bismarck is short and fairly thin. And the Iowa is long and thin like Titanic. And yeah, that is my Cobi warships collection. Like I said, I'm not sponsored, and these things are like 200 each. But you know, I think it's worth it because of their detail. And if you really want to buy them, you can find them all on Amazon. And bye bye.